How to judge a good kibble brand when it comes to feeding our dogs? Few decisions are as important as choosing the right kibble. For many pet parents, kibble is the foundation of their dog's diet. It's convenient, balanced, and designed to deliver the nutrients that a dog needs in every bite. But the truth is, not all kibble brands are created equal, and with shelves overflowing with different bags, flavors, and promises, the choice can feel overwhelming. That's why today we're diving deep into what makes a kibble brand truly stand out, how you can separate marketing gimmicks from real nutritional science, and which brands consistently earn the trust of veterinarians, researchers, and pet owners. By the end of this video series, you'll know exactly what to look for when picking a kibble, and more importantly, which brands have earned their place at the very top. Before we jump into the big names, let's step back and understand why kibble matters so much. Unlike humans who eat a wide variety of foods every day, most dogs eat the same thing meal after meal for weeks, months, or even years. That means the quality of that kibble isn't just important, it's everything. It's the difference between a shiny coat or a dull one, between strong muscles or weakness, between years of good health or preventable diseases down the road. Choosing wisely literally adds quality, and often quantity, to your dog's life. But how do you know if a kibble is really good? Here's the secret. Don't just look at the front of the bag. Marketing terms like holistic, a premium, or a natural aren't regulated in any meaningful way. Instead, turn the bag around and look at the things that actually matter. The first step is checking for the OFCO statement. This is the line that tells you whether the food is a complete and balanced for a specific life stage like growth, adult maintenance, or all life stages. If a kibble doesn't carry this statement, it's not something you want to feed long term. Next, think about who made the food. Does the brand employ qualified nutritionists or veteran experts? Do they conduct feeding trials, or are they just formulating on paper? Many of the most popular boutique or grain-free brands actually lack proper research teams and rely on marketing more than science. On the other hand, companies that invest in large nutrition departments, research facilities, and peer-reviewed studies show a much deeper commitment to pet health. Another key factor is recall history. While even the best companies may face a recall at some point, how they handle it tells you everything. Transparent brands issue clear statements, pull products quickly, and explain what went wrong. Shadier brands, on the other hand, often hide behind vague announcements or deny responsibility altogether. Knowing a company's history helps you judge whether they really care about your pet's safety. You'll also want to consider digestibility and ingredient sourcing. A good kibble isn't just about having the fanciest sounding ingredients. It's about making sure your dog can absorb and use the nutrients inside. High-quality animal proteins, balanced fats, and the right blend of vitamins and minerals matter far more than whether the bag says a wild-caught salmon or organic chicken. What matters is whether the company has proven that those ingredients in that formula actually deliver nutrition that dogs thrive on. In recent years, you may have also heard about the controversy surrounding grain-free diets and dilated cardiomyopathy, DCM. The FDA investigated reports of heart disease in dogs eating certain boutique grain-free foods, often those heavy in legumes like peas and lentils. While the research is ongoing, the lesson here is clear. Trends and fads should never outweigh science. Dogs evolved as omnivores, and for most, grains like rice, barley, or oats are not harmful at all. In fact, they can be a healthy source of energy. What matters more is balance, not whether the food avoids a certain buzzword ingredient. So, how can you cut through all the noise? One simple framework is to use the WSAVA guidelines. The World Small Animal Veterinary Association put together a set of questions that help pet owners evaluate brands. These include: does the company employ full-time, qualified nutritionists? Do they own and operate their own manufacturing facilities? Do they conduct and publish peer-reviewed research? Do they perform feeding trials, not just computer-based formulations? If a brand can confidently answer yes to these questions, chances are you're looking at a trustworthy option. Finally, remember that the best kibble isn't necessarily the one with the fanciest commercials, the prettiest packaging, or the highest price tag. It's the one backed by science, consistency, and transparency. Over the next few episodes, we'll walk through the brands that check these boxes, starting with the big Purina Pro Plan, Hill's Science Diet, and Royal Canin. These are the companies that dominate veterinary recommendations worldwide, and for good reason. After that, we'll expand into other strong brands from Eukanuba and Orijen to smaller names like Wellness and Pharmina, so you'll have a complete picture of the best options available. So stick around, because by the end of this series, you'll be armed with the knowledge to make the best possible choice for your dog's health. Remember, what's in that kibble bowl today shapes your dog's tomorrow. The big three, Purina Pro Plan, Hill's Science Diet, and Royal Canin when it comes to dog kibble, there are thousands of options on the market. But in the world of veterinary recommendations, research, and proven track records, three names consistently rise above the rest: Purina Pro Plan, Hill's Science Diet, and Royal Canin. These three brands are often referred to as the E of the pet food world. Not because they spend the most on advertising, but because they back up their products with decades of scientific research, rigorous quality control, and proven results in dogs across the globe. Many dog owners initially think these brands are too commercial or too mainstream, but the truth is their consistency, transparency, and dedication to nutrition science make them the gold standard in kibble. Let's take a closer look at each one, what makes them stand out, and why veterinarians trust them with the health of their patients. We'll begin with Purina Pro Plan, a brand that has been feeding dogs for more than 90 years. Purina, which is now part of Nestlé Purina Pet Care, is one of the largest pet food manufacturers in the world, but bigger doesn't mean lower quality. In this case, it actually means resources. Purina employs over 500 scientists, including veterinarians, animal nutritionists, and PhDs in fields like food science and microbiology. This level of expertise means that every formula is developed not just for taste, but for targeted nutrition. One of Purina's biggest strengths is the breadth of their formulas. Whether you have a tiny Chihuahua puppy, a working German Shepherd, or a senior Labrador with arthritis, Purina Pro Plan has a diet tailored specifically to those needs. They even have lines for sensitive stomachs, skin allergies, and weight management. One of Purina's greatest contributions to the dog food industry is its commitment to research. Their Purina Institute publishes peer-reviewed studies on everything from canine gut health to longevity. For example, Purina was one of the first companies to show that feeding dogs fewer calories could extend lifespan and delay the onset of chronic disease. They were also leaders in researching DHA, an omega-3 fatty acid critical for brain development in puppies. And when you hear about veterinary therapeutic diets, such as foods for kidney disease or joint problems, Purina is one of the very few companies that actually designs clinical nutrition specifically for those conditions. Their Purina Pro Plan veterinary diets line is only available through veterinarians, underscoring how seriously they take medical nutrition. Next, let's talk about Hill's Science Diet, a company whose very origins are rooted in veterinary medicine. Hill's Pet Nutrition was founded in the 1930s when Dr. Mark Morris, a veterinarian, worked with a client's dog suffering from kidney disease. At a time when there were no therapeutic diets available, Dr. Morris created one himself, formulating food that could help manage the dog's condition. That spirit of science-driven innovation continues to this day. Hill's employs over 200 veterinarians and PhD nutritionists and invests millions annually into research and development. Their products are tested not only for safety but also for proven results in areas like weight loss, digestive health, and disease management. Hill's is perhaps best known for its prescription diet line, which is available only through veterinarians. These diets are clinically tested and formulated for specific conditions, such as urinary crystals, kidney disease, gastrointestinal disorders, and even anxiety-related behaviors. On the other hand, their Science Diet line, available in stores, is designed for healthy pets at every life stage, from puppies to seniors. One of Hill's biggest achievements has been their research into antioxidants and how they play a role in fighting cellular aging. Their senior formulas often include blends of vitamin C and E along with supportive nutrients to promote brain health and slow cognitive decline in aging dogs. Every ingredient is carefully sourced and every batch of food undergoes testing for safety and nutritional adequacy. Unlike smaller companies that may outsource production to third-party facilities, Hill's owns and operates its own manufacturing plants. This level of control helps ensure consistency and reduces the risk of contamination or nutritional imbalances. Hill's is also known for its proactive recalls when necessary. While no company is immune to issues, Hill's has consistently been transparent, pulling products quickly and openly addressing concerns. That transparency builds trust both with veterinarians and pet parents. Let's turn to Royal Canin, a brand that takes a very different but equally scientific approach to dog nutrition. Founded in France in 1968 by veterinarian Jean Catherine, Royal Canin's philosophy has always been that nutrition should be tailored to the unique needs of each individual dog. Instead of creating broad categories like adulty or a senior, Royal Canin zooms in on specifics. Not just life stage, but breed, size, and even medical condition. This is why you'll often find bags of Royal Canin labeled specifically for breeds like a Golden Retriever Adulta or a French Bulldog puppy. These diets are carefully formulated to address the unique health tendencies of those breeds. For example, the Labrador Retriever formula helps manage weight in a breed prone to obesity, while the Dachshund formula includes nutrients for spinal support. Royal Canin also has a massive range of veterinary-exclusive diets, many of which are considered gold standards in treatment. For instance, their urinary sow diet is widely prescribed by vets for dogs prone to bladder stones, and their gastrointestinal low-fat formula is a lifesaver for dogs with pancreatitis. Like Purina and Hill's, Royal Canin invests heavily in research, employing hundreds of veterinarians and scientists worldwide. They also focus on something that many brands overlook: kibble shape and texture. Believe it or not, the size, density, and shape of kibble can make a difference in how dogs chew, digest, and absorb their food. Royal Canin customizes kibble to encourage chewing, reduce gulping, and support dental health, all while making sure dogs actually enjoy eating. One thing all three of these companies share is a deep commitment to evidence-based nutrition. They don't rely on trends, fads, or marketing gimmicks to sell their products. Instead, they test, publish, and continually improve based on scientific findings. And while some pet owners initially shy away from these brands because they're widely available or owned by large corporations, the reality is that their size allows them to conduct the kind of rigorous testing and quality assurance that smaller boutique brands simply cannot afford. So when veterinarians overwhelmingly recommend Purina Pro Plan, Hill's Science Diet, or Royal Canin, it's not because of brand loyalty or advertising dollars. It's because these foods have been proven time and again to keep dogs healthier longer. Whether your dog is a playful puppy, an active adult, or a wise senior, these three brands offer formulas that meet their needs with science, safety, and care. Other major trusted brands: Eukanuba, Iams, Orijen, Acana, Pharmina, Blue Buffalo, and Wellness, while the big three Pro Plan, Hill's Science Diet, and Royal Canin dominate the veterinary-recommended category. They are far from the only quality kibble options available. Many other brands have built strong reputations, not by competing head-to-head with the giants in scale, but by carving out their own niches in the pet food market. These brands focus on areas like high-protein nutrition, breed-specific formulas, grain-free diets, and natural or holistic approaches. For dog owners who want alternatives, whether because of price, philosophy, or a dog's individual needs, there are a handful of standout companies worth exploring. In this episode, we'll break down some of the most respected other major trusted brands: Eukanuba, Iams, Orijen, Acana, Pharmina, Blue Buffalo, and Wellness. We'll begin with Eukanuba, a brand that has been around since the 1960s and was once considered one of the premier names in high-performance dog food. The name itself, Eukanuba, was borrowed from jazz culture, meaning supreme or the best. This brand has always emphasized high-quality animal protein as the foundation of its formulas. One of Eukanuba's strongest selling points is its long-standing association with working dogs, sporting dogs, and show dog. Their foods are designed to provide optimal levels of protein and fat, which help support lean muscle and sustained energy. They also focus on nutrients like glucosamine and chondroitin for joint health, critical for athletic or large breed dogs. While Eukanuba is sometimes overshadowed today by newer premium brands, it remains a solid choice, especially for active breeds that need endurance and stamina. Closely tied to Eukanuba is Iams, another brand with deep roots in pet nutrition. Founded by Paul Iams in 1946, it was one of the first pet food companies to put scientific research at the center of its products. Iams is generally positioned as more affordable than Eukanuba, but still offers balanced, nutritious kibble options for all life stages. Their proactive health line is especially popular, focusing on digestion, skin health, and overall well-being. For pet parents who want a trusted name but at a more budget-friendly price point, Iams provides reliability without cutting corners on essential nutrition. Though it doesn't carry the same prestige as some boutique or high-performance brands, it continues to be recommended by many veterinarians as a dependable everyday kibble. Moving into the high-protein, biologically appropriate category, we arrive at Orijen, a Canadian brand that has gained a cult-like following among dog owners who want their pets' diets to mimic what nature intended. Orijen is built around the philosophy of a biologically appropriate nutrition, meaning that dogs should be eating diets rich in animal protein, much like their wild ancestors. Orijen formulas often include fresh, regionally sourced meats like chicken, turkey, fish, and red meat with protein levels that are significantly higher than those in mainstream kibbles. Instead of relying on fillers, Orijen uses lentils, peas, and other whole food ingredients to provide carbohydrates and fiber. This makes Orijen one of the most protein-dense and unnatural kibbles available. However, it is also one of the most expensive, and the high protein content may not be necessary for all dogs, particularly seniors or dogs with kidney issues. Still, for active, healthy dogs, Orijen is one of the top-tier choices. A close sibling brand to Orijen is Acana, which is produced by the same parent company, Champion Pet Foods. While Orijen is considered the ultra-premium high-protein line, Acana provides a more balanced approach that makes it slightly more accessible to the average pet parent. Acana still emphasizes fresh regional ingredients and high-quality animal protein, but the recipes tend to have lower protein levels than Orijen, making them suitable for a broader range of dogs. Acana also has more variety in its lines, including formulas for small breed dogs, weight management, and even limited ingredient diets for dogs with sensitivities. For owners who love the philosophy of Orijen but want something a little more affordable and versatile, Acana is an excellent choice. Next, we turn to Farmina, an Italian brand that has been steadily gaining popularity worldwide. Farmina's philosophy is rooted in combining nature with science. Their tagline, Happy Pet, Happy You, reflects this balance. One of the most attractive aspects of Farmina is their N&D, Natural and Delicious, line, which uses limited carbohydrates and emphasizes high-quality meats, often paired with fruits and vegetables like blueberries, pumpkin, or pomegranate. Their grain-free formulas are especially popular, but they also offer grain-inclusive options with ancient grains such as spelt and oats, which provide digestible, fiber-rich carbohydrates. Farmina places a strong emphasis on palatability, meaning dogs actually enjoy eating it, which can be a lifesaver for picky eaters. While it's not as widely available in every region as the big three or American brands like Blue Buffalo, Farmina is respected by many nutrition-conscious pet parents who want a European touch to their dog's diet. Speaking of Blue Buffalo, this brand has become one of the most recognizable names in the U.S. pet food market, especially among owners looking for a natural approach. Founded in 2003, Blue Buffalo built its reputation on avoiding byproducts, artificial preservatives, and fillers while focusing on whole meats, fruits, and vegetables. Their Life Protection formula is one of their most popular lines, designed for dogs of all sizes and life stages. And it features Blue's signature Life Source Bits, a blend of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that are cold-formed to preserve potency. Blue Buffalo also offers specialized formulas such as Wilderness, high-protein, grain-free, Basics, limited ingredient for sensitivities, and Freedom, grain-free for dogs with intolerances. However, Blue Buffalo has faced criticism in the past for recalls and some controversial marketing tactics. So while many owners swear by it, it's a brand that requires careful selection of the right line and formula. Finally, we have Wellness, a brand that markets itself as holistic and balanced. Wellness focuses on providing complete nutrition using natural ingredients, avoiding artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives. Their core line is particularly well regarded, offering grain-free, protein-focused recipes, while the Complete Health line provides grain-inclusive formulas for dogs who do well with wholesome grains like brown rice and barley. Wellness also has specialized options for small breeds, large breeds, weight management, and seniors, making it versatile across different needs. One of Wellness's strengths is its transparency about ingredients and its emphasis on digestive health, with many of their recipes including probiotics, prebiotics, and fiber-rich ingredients to support the gut. What ties all these other major trusted brands together is that they offer alternatives to the big three by emphasizing different philosophy. Whether it's the working dog focus of Eukanuba, the affordability and dependability of Iams, the protein-packed approach of Orijen and Acana, the European natural science of Purina, the mainstream natural image of Blue Buffalo, or the holistic balance of Wellness. These companies provide high-quality kibble that caters to a wide spectrum of dogs and owner preferences. At the end of the day, the best kibble isn't about which brand has the flashiest packaging or the highest price tag. It's about what works best for your individual dog. Each of these brands has something unique to offer, and with so many choices available, dog owners can feel confident that they'll find a formula that aligns with their dog's nutritional needs, health concerns, and taste preferences. How to choose the best kibble for your dog with so many kibble brands available, from veterinary-recommended giants like Purina Pro Plan, Hill's Science Diet, and Royal Canin, to premium choices like Orijen, Acana, Purina, Blue Buffalo. And Wellness. One of the biggest challenges pet parents face is not finding food, but choosing the right food for their individual dog. Every dog is unique, and what works perfectly for one might not suit another at all. Age, breed, size, activity level, health conditions, and even budget all play critical roles in determining the best kibble. In this episode, we'll break down the key factors every pet owner should consider before picking a bag of kibble, so you can make an informed decision that truly benefits your furry friend. We start with age because life stage nutrition is one of the most important factors in dog food. Puppies, adult dogs, and senior dogs all have very different nutritional needs. Puppy formulas are higher in protein, and calories to support rapid growth and development. They also often contain DHA and omega-3 fatty acid that helps with. Adult dog formulas, on the other hand, are more about maintaining optimal health with balanced levels of protein, fat, and fiber to sustain energy without causing weight gain. Senior dogs need lower calories but higher support for joint health, digestion, and immunity. This is why choosing a life stage appropriate kibble isn't just a marketing gimmick. Feeding a puppy senior food or a senior dog puppy food can cause nutritional imbalances and long-term health issues. Next, consider breed and size. Large breed dogs like German Shepherds, Labradors, and Great Danes often need food specifically formulated for their size. Large breed puppy formulas, for example, control calcium and phosphorus levels to prevent skeletal issues such as hip dysplasia. Large breed adult and senior foods often contain glucosamine and chondroitin to support joint health. as their heavier frames are more prone to arthritis. On the flip side, small breed dogs like Chihuahuas, Dachshunds, or Shih Tzus need kibble that is nutrient-dense and comes in smaller kibble sizes that are easier for tiny jaws to chew. Small breeds also have faster metabolisms, so their food often has slightly higher calorie content per cup. Medium breeds fall somewhere in between, but the point remains: breed size matters, and picking a kibble designed for your dog's frame will give them the most tailored nutrition possible. An active border collie that spends hours herding sheep or doing agility training will burn far more calories than a French bulldog who prefers lounging on the couch. High-energy dogs need higher protein and fat levels to fuel their daily activity, while lower-energy or indoor dogs may need a calorie-controlled formula to prevent obesity. Even within the same breed, two dogs can have very different needs. This is why kibble labels often mention whether the formula is meant for active dogs, working dogs, or weight management. Matching your dog's food to their lifestyle prevents underfeeding or overfeeding, which can cause problems ranging from lethargy to related health issues. Health conditions are another major consideration. Many dogs have specific sensitivities or medical needs that require specialized diets. For example, dogs with sensitive stomachs may do better on limited ingredient diets with fewer potential allergens. Dogs with skin allergies often benefit from foods rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which support skin and coat health. Overweight dogs may need a weight control formula with higher fiber and lower fat. Dogs with kidney disease may need reduced protein diets prescribed by veterinarians, while those with joint problems often need kibble enriched with glucosamine. Some brands like Hill's Prescription Diet or Royal Canin Veterinary Diet even create vet-exclusive formulas designed to manage specific medical conditions. This is why consulting your veterinarian before switching foods is critical, especially if your dog has any chronic health issues. Another factor that often gets overlooked is ingredient quality and sourcing. Many pet parents want to know what exactly goes into their dog's kibble, and for good reason. Look for foods that list a named animal protein like chicken or a salmon as the first ingredient rather than vague terms like a meat meal or animal byproduct. While meat meals can still provide concentrated protein, transparency matters. Whole grains such as brown rice or barley can provide healthy, digestible carbohydrates, while fillers like corn or wheat can be controversial depending on the dog. Fruits, vegetables, and added supplements like probiotics are also valuable as they enhance overall nutrition. Owners who prefer a natural diet may lean toward brands like Orijen Acana or Wellness, which emphasize whole ingredients, while those who trust decades of research may stick with Purina or Hill's. Budget also plays a significant role in choosing kibble. High-end brands can cost 2 or 3 times as much as mainstream ones, and while they may use premium ingredients, not every owner can afford them long-term. The good news is that quality exists across price ranges. Iams and Purina One, for instance, offer balanced, vet-approved nutrition at lower prices, while Orijen and Pharmana deliver gourmet-level meals at a premium. The key is to balance quality with consistency. It's better to feed your dog a reliable mid-tier brand every day than to switch between cheap and expensive food sporadically. Dogs thrive on consistency, and their digestive systems can be sensitive to sudden changes in diet. One of the most practical things to check is the OFCO statement on the kibble bag. The Association of American Feed Control Officials, OFCO, sets nutritional standards for pet food. A statement like formulated to meet the nutritional levels established by the OFCO dog food nutrient profiles for maintenance means the food is complete and balanced for a particular life stage. If that label is missing, it may not provide all the nutrients your dog needs. Always look for OFCO approval, as it ensures the kibble meets baseline nutritional standards no matter the brand. Another detail that matters more than people realize is palatability and taste. At the end of the day, even the healthiest kibble won't help if your dog refuses to eat it. Some dogs are picky eaters, and owners may need to experiment with different proteins, kibble textures, or flavors to find what their pup loves. Brands like Purina and Blue Buffalo focus heavily on palatability, making their kibble more appealing to fussy dogs. Lastly, never underestimate the role of veterinary advice. With so many marketing buzzwords, grain-free, holistic, natural, organic, it's easy for pet parents to get lost in advertising rather than science. Your vet knows your dog's medical history, breed tendencies, and health risks better than any commercial, making them the best resource for personalized recommendations. In fact, many issues that appear to be food-related, like skin itching, vomiting, or diarrhea, could stem from other medical problems. Before blaming kibble or switching brands repeatedly, always consult your vet to rule out underlying causes. To sum it up, choosing the best kibble isn't about finding the #1 brand on the shelf. It's about matching the right formula to your dog's age, breed, lifestyle, health, and taste preferences, while also considering your budget and your vet's guidance. Every dog is different, and what works for your neighbor's Labrador may not work for your senior Dachshund. By focusing on these individual factors, you'll not only find the right kibble, but also ensure your dog gets the balanced nutrition they deserve for a healthy, happy life. Conclusion and best picks for different dog types after going through the world of kibble brands, senior dog formulas, and the science behind what makes dog food healthy. One thing is clear: there is no single best dog food that works for every pup. Instead, the right choice depends on your dog's individual age, size, health, activity level, and personal preferences. In this final section, let's bring all the knowledge together and break it down into practical recommendations for different dog types. This way, viewers leave not only informed but also empowered to make the best choice for their furry companions. Best kibble for puppies. Puppies are growing at a rapid pace, and they need food that fuels strong bones, healthy muscles, and sharp brain. The best puppy formulas are rich in protein, fat, and DHA, an omega-3 fatty acid important for brain development. Large breed puppies like German Shepherds and Golden Retrievers need controlled calcium and phosphorus to prevent skeletal problems, while small breed puppies need extra calorie density to keep up with their fast metabolisms. Top picks for puppies: Purina Pro Plan Puppy Vet Trusted Balanced Nutrition with DHA for brain and vision support. Royal Canin Puppy Formulas, breed-specific recipes designed for growth rates and jaw sizes. Orijen Puppy, a premium, biologically appropriate food made with high-quality meats and whole ingredients. If you're raising a new puppy, remember that consistent nutrition during the first year lays the foundation for a lifetime of health. Best kibble for senior dogs. Senior dogs need lower-calorie formulas with added support for joints, digestion, and immunity. Since older dogs are more prone to arthritis and cognitive decline, ingredients like glucosamine, chondroitin, essential. Top picks for seniors. Purina Pro Plan Bright Mind Senior includes botanical oils that support brain health and alertness. Hill Science Diet 7+ Senior lower in fat and calories with nutrients for kidney and joint health. Wellness Complete Health Senior Natural Formula with glucosamine, chondroitin, and omega fatty acids. Senior dogs may also benefit from smaller kibble sizes or softer textures if they have dental issues. Always consult your vet if your senior pup has specific health conditions like kidney or liver disease. Best kibble for small breeds. Small dogs burn calories faster and often need nutrient-dense formulas in smaller kibble pieces. They also tend to be picky eaters, so palatability matters. Top picks for small breeds. Royal Canin, small breed adult tailored for tiny jaws and high energy needs. Wellness Small Breed Complete Health Nutrient-Packed Natural Formula with Small Kibble. Blue Buffalo Small Breed Life Protection combines antioxidants, real meat, and small kibble size. Best kibble for large breeds. Large dogs carry more weight and are prone to joint problems. Their kibble must balance protein for muscle health and supplements for joint support. Top picks for large breeds. Purina Pro Plan Large Breed Adult Excellent Balance of Protein, Fat, and Joint, supporting nutrients. Hill Science Diet Large Breed Lower Calorie Density to help prevent obesity. Orijen Large Breed High Protein Premium Food for active big dogs. Best budget-friendly kibble. Not every pet parent can afford premium brands, and that's okay. Affordable brands can still provide balanced nutrition if chosen wisely. Top picks for budget. Iams Proactive Health, a trusted, affordable option with balanced nutrition. First, Purina One Smart Blend, mid-tier brand backed by research. Pedigree Adult Complete Nutrition, very affordable, though less premium in ingredients. Budget options are fine as long as they're OFCO approved and meet your dog's nutritional needs. Grain-free versus grain-inclusive. One of the most debated topics is whether dogs should eat grain-free diets. Some owners believe grain-free is healthier, while others prefer traditional grain-inclusive formulas. Here's the truth. Most dogs do perfectly well on grains like rice, oats, or barley, which provide valuable nutrients. Grain-free diets may help dogs with specific allergies, but they're not inherently healthier. In fact, the FDA has investigated potential links between certain grain-free foods and heart issues in dogs. Always discuss dietary choices with your veterinarian before going grain-free. How to choose the right kibble for your dog. At the end of the day, the best kibble comes down to your dog's age, breed, lifestyle, health needs, and preferences. Here are some quick takeaways. For puppies, go with growth-focused formulas, rich in protein and DHA. For adults, choose balanced maintenance foods suited to their activity level. For seniors, look for joint, brain, and digestive support with fewer calories. For small breeds, pick small, nutrient-dense kibble. For large breeds, focus on joint health and controlled calories. For sensitive dogs, try limited ingredient or sensitive stomach formulas. For budget-conscious owners, brands like Iams or Purina One still offer great nutrition. And most importantly, consult your veterinarian. No YouTube video, article, or commercial knows your dog better than your vet. They can guide you toward the right choice for your pup's specific needs. Remember, nutrition is one of the greatest gifts we can give our dogs. Choosing the right kibble isn't just about filling a bowl, it's about fueling a life full of energy, happiness, and longevity. Hey, whether you choose a budget-friendly classic like Iams, a premium option like Orijen, or a vet-recommended staple like Purina Pro Plan, the goal is the same: keeping your furry friend healthy and thriving. So, the next time you head down the pet food aisle and feel overwhelmed by the endless bags and labels, take a deep breath and remember the principles we've discussed. Think about your dog's life stage, breed size, activity level, sensitivities, and your budget. That clarity will turn confusion into confidence, ensuring your best friend gets the nutrition they deserve. Because at the end of the day, our dogs don't care about brand names or packaging. They care about how they feel, how much energy they have to play fetch, how shiny their coat is, and how long they can stay by our side. And that's exactly why choosing the right kibble is one of the most important decisions a pet parent can make.